This is 15 things you need to know about WWE 2k24. WWE's upcoming 2K video game releases worldwide on March the 8th, 2024, unless you either get the deluxe or special edition, in which you'll instead get to play the game 3 days earlier on March the 5th. Now we know when it's releasing, but what is actually going to release on? 2k24 will release on the PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series S, X, and Steam. This year's game will feature a variety of game modes, all of which are said to be improved and generally feature new additions. The game's core modes will include Exhibition, My Faction, My GM, Universe Mode, the Creation Suite, and of course the brand new 2K Showcase, which we'll get to now. One of this year's big selling points of this year's game is of course the brand new 2K Showcase, the 2K Showcase of the Immortals, which celebrates 40 years of WrestleMania. This follows on a decade later from 2K14's 30 years WrestleMania, with this year's game's 40 years now featuring 21 matches total, with these matches already confirmed so far. Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant from WrestleMania 3, Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania 10, Bret Hart, Stone Cold Steve Austin from WrestleMania 13, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania 25, and Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes from WrestleMania 39. Another much updated mode for this year's game is this year's My Rise, which if you don't know already is essentially this game's career mode. This year's version features 2 brand new stories. The names of these include My Rise Unleashed and My Rise Undisputed. This year's game also features 4 brand new and returning match types. These match types include the Casket Match, the Gauntlet Match, the Ambulance Match, and the much requested Special Guest Referee Match. Speaking of refs, this year's game features 7 brand new real-life referees that can now be selected, so no more generic refs we've had for the last few years. However, if the new referees aren't quite for you, then the good news is 2K14 introduces the brand new Creative Referee feature. Yes, we can finally create our very own referees in a WWE video game within this year's Creation Suite. Another brand new creation mode for this series is the newly added Create a Sign mode. Yes, this is another really awesome feature that adds another level of detail and customization into this year's game. One of the big questions we seem to get every year is how big is the game's roster? Well, 2K14 will officially feature more than 200 superstars and legends, which is one of the biggest rosters ever. That number looks to include 5 packs as part of this year's yearly season pass. That can either be purchased separately or as part of this year's deluxe and special editions. As usual, this year's special edition, the 40 Years of WrestleMania edition, features its own DLC pack, which contains the WrestleMania 40 arena to be added down the line, as well as various superstar alternative attires, including Triple H from WrestleMania 30, Rhea Ripley WrestleMania 36, Macho King Randy Savage WrestleMania 6, Charlotte Flair WrestleMania 32, and Rey Mysterio WrestleMania 22. That's not the only DLC that is confirmed for the game so far, as of course the game will also feature some pre-order bonus content, which this year comes in the form of the Nightmare Family DLC pack. This pack will include Undashing Cody Rhodes, yes, Masked Cody Rhodes finally making his return, Stardust, Dusty Rhodes 76, and superstar Billy Graham making his 2K debut. The pack also features a variety of My Faction content. If you're a fan of the game's backstage brawls, then good news, as this is confirmed for this year's game. However, with either an entirely new or at least a freshly updated area, which now contains some environmental interactions, including a working elevator, breakable control room glass, and a vending machine with throwable sodas, so definitely a callback there to the SmackDown vs Raw days. Keep in mind the game also features both brand new weapons and now throwable weapons, so if that's your kind of thing, then chances are this year's game is going to be a ton of fun for you. Another of this year's eye-catching new additions is the newly added Super Finishers. Now whilst we don't have exact details on what these are, what we do know is these will generally take 3 stored finishers to hit, and once hit will very likely be enough for the 1, 2, 3. A few guesses on what a few of these could potentially be might include the Triple Crossroads, Super RKO and Double AA. And with that one, that is 15 things you need to know about WWE 2k24. Obviously, that is just my take on 15 of the main things, but as you might know already, this year's game does feature so much more, so stay tuned for future videos breaking all that down, as well as some upcoming brand new early access gameplay that you're going to be seeing right here on the channel. In the meantime, share me your thoughts in the comments below, stay tuned for more like this soon, and until next time, this has been 101, and I will see you all on the next one.